Hi everyone, today I am here with another pattern named as memento. In our design patterns, each and every pattern has been introduced to overcome the some of the problems that occurred in our environment. In the same way, some of the problems occurred in our environment that can be solved by using this memento pattern. Let us see the in detail about this memento pattern. What the memento pattern is, how it is going to solve the problems and when it is going to apply, and what are the implementations that can be done by using this memento pattern. Coming to the intent of the memento pattern, what the memento pattern intent is, without violating encapsulation, captures and externalized an object's internal state so that the object can be restored to its state later. So, let us see the in detail about this intent. What the memento stands for, what the memento says. The word memento itself says that a memorable, remembrance, token. So, suppose when we say that some of the situation is a memorable or remembrance, when we happen in some cases when we happen in a situation that can be become as a memorable, and we say that the situation based on the some of the conditions or some of the situations, so that the situation will become as a memorable. In such a way, in the same manner, these pattern also going to solve some of the problem in this manner in our based on our objects. So, let us see the in detail about this intent. The intent of memento pattern is used to store or restore the state of an object to its previous state. That means the memento pattern captures an object's internal state so that the object can later be restored to that state. Suppose whenever the object class or object changes from one state to another, then this memento captures all of the object state in the temporary memory and it stores and it returns whenever we request. So, that is the purpose of using this memento pattern. Suppose when we are implementing an application, when we are performing some operations on any application, if we want to restore the state of an object, or if you want to go for a previous state in such a manner to perform such conditions or such operations, that can be done by using this memento pattern. By using this memento design pattern, we can perform undo and redo operations unlimitedly. So, that is the purpose of implementing this memento pattern. The best examples we can say is undo and redo operations that can be done by using Ctrl Z in our Word document or Excels or notepads or in some PowerPoint presentations. In such applications, we are going to use this memento pattern to perform undo and redo operations. This is the one of the best example we can say, and where we can see in our daily life by using this memento pattern. Coming to our next template, these memento pattern also known as token. These memento pattern are also called as token. Coming to our next template, motivation. In our motivation, what we do, in our motivation we see about the problem that which has been occurred and how we are going to solve by using this pattern. The problem occurred to implement this pattern is need to store an object back to its previous state. Suppose if I am performing some operations on my document or some of the data I have placed on my document. If some data has been lost, I want to restore the data. In such a case, what I have to do? What is the solution for that? To overcome this problem, we introduced a pattern of memento. These memento will restore the data based on this object states. So, that is the purpose of introducing this memento pattern. Let us see the example for this memento pattern. I considered here an example of graphical editor that supports connectivity between objects. A user can connect two rectangles with a line, and the rectangle state connected with the user moves either of them The editor ensures that the line stretches to maintain the connection. A well-known way to maintain connectivity relationship between object is with a constraint solving system. We can encapsulate these functionalities in a constraint solver object. Constraint solver records connections as they are made and generates mathematical equations that describes them. And it solves these equations whenever the user makes a connections or otherwise modifies the diagram. And this constraint solver uses the result of its calculations to rearrange the graphics so that they can maintain the proper connections. Suppose if I want to undo it in this application, is it easy? It is not as easy as it may seem. An obvious way to undo a move operation is to store the original distance removed and move the object back an equivalent distance. However, this does not guarantee all the objects will appear where they did before. Suppose there is some slack in the connection. In that case, simply move the rectangle back to its original location. Won't necessarily achieve the desired effect. In the constraint solvers also, it will become as a public interface might insufficient to allow precise reversal of its effect on the other object. The undo mechanism must work more closely without constraint solver to re-establish previous state, but we should also avoid exposing the constraint solver internals to the undo mechanism. That problem can be solved by using this memento pattern. And this memento pattern is an object that stores a snapshot of the internal state of another object. What this diagram says is, suppose a constraint 2 rectangle boxes has been connected with a line. Suppose it moves from one state to another, the object has been changed in this way. So, suppose if the object change in this way, suppose if I want to change this object to previous state like this, that cannot be done properly. So, to overcome these problem, we introduced a pattern, memento pattern. In this memento pattern, we will take a snapshot of internal states of each and every object when they changes. In this, we consider a memento's originator who will be the responsible for taking all the snapshot of each and every object, and it will returns the state when we request. That means based on this example, we have spoken about the constraint solver. These constraint solver, how it is going to consider the states, that can be done by a memento originator. But the memento originator does is it will consider the each and every object. That means it will store the state of each and every object when it is changed. Based on that, it will give the previous state based on our request. That can be done by using this memento pattern. Let us see the applicability of this memento pattern.